we take a look at the tail of the tape. This lightweight bout scheduled for 3 rounds. Donald Cerrone, 27 years of age, 6 feet tall, 155, and a 73-inch reach. His opponent, Chris Horodecki, 23 years of age, 5'8", 155. And there you see his reach. We now go inside the cage. Bruce Buffer has our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the WEC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 15 wins, 2 losses, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of London, Ontario, Canada, Chris the Polish Hammer Horodecki. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Muay Thai kickboxer, holding a professional record, 12 wins, 3 losses, 1 no contest, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Donald Cowboy Cerrone. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. Keep it clean. Touch them up. Let's make it official.
So it's Horodecki taking on the Cowboy, Donald Cerrone. This one's scheduled for 3.
You ready to fight? Ready. Do it.
The first thing you notice off the bat is that height difference. I mean, Cerrone just towering over Horodecki.
I mean, you almost have to be in the next county to avoid a Donald Cerrone kick.
That's right, or that jab, for that matter. But Horodecki, I mean, his biggest strength is his kickboxing. He's got that Dutch style, comes from Team Tompkins, and so good at throwing punches and bunches and ending with the low kick. Little low blow there. It was accidental.
And that's a situation of bad geometry as Chris Horodecki steps in to a Donald Cerrone kick as it was being launched. Look at that one more time, you'll see what he was dealing with.
Yeah, just a counter inside kick off the punch. Accidental too, you know. I mean, Cerrone's that much taller than Horodecki, so
keep those up.
I mean, it's bound to happen, especially with that inside kick, you know. If he gets penalized with that, I'd say just throw right low kicks from now on.
Now, for those of you wondering, Chris Horodecki does come equipped with protective guard there, so not a direct shot. Herb Dean has the discretion to offer up 5 minutes of time for Chris Horodecki, and he is ready to go.
Yeah, really, both of these guys pretty solid stand-up. You know, Horodecki more of the pure kickboxer, whereas Cerrone's kickboxing's really good, but this is where he has the bigger advantage on the ground. His submission game is very tight. Excellent submissions does Donald Cerrone have.
Donald Cerrone is the most dangerous. Look at how he hops to the mount.
Oh, good escape there by Horodecki. Out of trouble, just to be back to his feet. But again, Cerrone showing off that wrestling that he showed off in his last fight.
Cowboy Cerrone looks the most dangerous when you back him into a corner, give him no way out. He will come out just like a madman. You gotta wonder here, though, if he respects Horodecki enough or if he's just gonna be very patient.
He kind of telegraphed that step forward knee, and Horodecki made him pay with the 2-punch combination. You know, Cerrone says that fight with Varner really helped him gain confidence in his wrestling. After he got that first takedown, he said he's like surprised himself. Like, my God, this stuff's really working. This wrestling's paying off. And you saw that a little bit earlier when he pretty much took Horodecki down with ease. And there's another place where Cerrone probably has a big advantage.
I'm just surprised how easily Horodecki's able to close the gap with Cerrone. And I don't know if he's just baiting him to come in or what, but watch how close Horodecki can get. And I know he doesn't have the reach, but he can walk right in on him.
Oh, beautiful counter knee there from, I think that's what Donald's going for. Instead of trying to keep him at bay with that jab, he's been trying to counter him on the way in with either that inside low kick or that switch knee, both off the left leg.
Cerrone now coming with an uppercut.
Cerrone's so relaxed, so methodical, but he could turn it on at any moment. He's the type of guy that kind of demoralizes opponents by taking whatever they have to offer and just keep coming forward. He usually, gets stronger as the fight goes on. A great gas tank. He's been in 5-round wars and never really seen him fatigue. Yeah, see, looking to counter with that left leg a lot when Horodecki steps in, Not a bad game plan. I'd also probably use that jab a little bit more. You saw him try to get it going right there.
Horodecki comes in again, tries the spinning back kick. Cerrone was ready for it. Great action here in round number 1. This one's scheduled for 3 in the lightweight division. Chris Horodecki on the right of your screen, out of Canada, taking on the Cowboy Donald Cerrone. And this time the shot comes from Horodecki, but look at the scramble from the Cowboy.
Oh, God, I love great little exchange there. Horodecki gets a takedown. Cerrone pops up, nearly takes his head off with a high kick, but good job of Horodecki ducking to the right and catching it at the same time. A very advanced Muay Thai move.
Chris Horodecki coming off a victory over 9mm at Radcliffe.
That was close. Cerrone almost rolled into an armbar right off that. And he's got a dangerous guard. You see him fishing for the triangle now, switching to the straight armbar. Little ground and pound on the way up.
Cerrone so flexible, he can get an up kick in here and end the fight.
Yeah, he has a really good guard, dangerous from his back. And that's how you get most submissions. It's not when you're sitting there for a while playing guard, it's on the way to the ground. You take the guy's force, that pushing, and let him push himself into a submission, because most submissions off the back require you to pull the guy in. If the guy's already giving you that, that's a perfect opportunity to go for it. Again, same takedown as earlier. Cerrone on the back.
Takes the back. Final 20 seconds here of round number 1. This one's scheduled for 3.
He's going to hear that 10-second clap and probably just let his hands go. He's probably not aware of the time. There it is, and boom.
So we will see a second round when we return to Jobbing.com in Glendale after this. Round number 2 in the lightweight division. Chris Horodecki in the black and white trunks. It is Donald Cerrone with his back to you at this point.
Very interesting advice from Horodecki's trainer, Sean Tompkins, in between rounds. He wants Horodecki to get this fight to the ground. He wants him to wrestle Donald to the ground, which it seems kind of weird because I'd say Donald's about a wrestler for 1. For 2, Donald's so good off his back. He's got an excellent guard, excellent triangle, and here you go. He took him down, went right into an omoplata, almost had the triangle. And Cerrone's got a hell of a triangle.
Just going to the ground with Cerrone, I just don't know how that's a good idea with his length and everything.
Very dangerous.
It's like wrestling an octopus, and right now Chris Horodecki's in a bad place, being put in all kinds of discomfort.
He's really got to straighten his legs out and get Horodecki's belt to the ground. Don't do that. Go right back into a triangle, but Horodecki just barely avoids it. That could have been the night for him. There it is again, right back in the triangle, and this time he might be able to get it. Horodecki doing a good job defending, but if he can close that, he needs to grab his shin with his right hand. Does Donald Cerrone, and he does that. Now it's tight. Now he's got the groove of his knee on his shin bone and not his foot, which makes it a hell of a lot tighter.
You talk about the exertion that Chris Horodecki's now going to need to try to escape this bowl of spaghetti.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard one to escape, especially with 3.5 minutes left in the round. Cerrone's just got to take his time. If it gets loose, grab that shin again, pull that shin back into the groove of his knee, and then he can work on getting that left arm across the chest of Horodecki. Horodecki, little fingers in the mouth or eyes, something like that. The triangle's breaking. Horodecki, there, cinched it back up.
And
now,
look at Cerrone. He's like sitting in the lazy
here,
boy.
Donald could really give him some good elbows. And he must have heard me. There's one. But this is a perfect chance to just unleash with elbows on the guy.
Cerrone, though, has to do something or Herb Dean will stand them up.
I don't know about that.
You don't think?
I never seen a guy get stood up in a full-on triangle before.
This is the WEC step, and we don't go for this.
He's working to get that elbow across. But if I were him, I'd really just open up with the elbows first. I mean, just throw about 30 of them. Just blister him with elbows and then go to push that arm across for the submission. It's getting tighter. That's a crawl. That's tight.
That is
Horodecki taps out. Cerrone victorious.
Forget the talk of standing him up. Donald Cerrone says enough of this and ends it in the second round. Going back and look at this. How did Donald Cerrone make this all happen?
I knew taking Cerrone to his back is like playing with fire. He's got an excellent guard, and he showed it. Transitioned from an omoplata, tried to fish for the triangle once. Horodecki defended, and then went back for a second time. This time he was able to just work and slowly cinch it tighter and tighter, much like a snake does when it's got its prey in its grasp. And here's the finish, pushing that elbow across, cutting off the arteries on both sides, pulling the knees towards each other, and just a matter of time before he gets the tap.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 43 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by tap out due to a triangle choke, Donald Cowboy Cerrone.